The summer transfer window of 2026 has once again shown why English football dominates the global market. From record-breaking fees to surprise moves, clubs across England have been extremely active. Big clubs are not only searching for famous names. They are also investing in young players who can become the legends of tomorrow. This transfer window has been full of ambition, pressure, and massive expectations. Chelsea, another big spending summer. Chelsea have become one of the most aggressive clubs in the transfer market in recent years. After rebuilding their squad with young talents, Chelsea continued their strategy of signing players with huge potential. One of the biggest stories was their move for Morgan Rogers. The English attacking player impressed with Aston Villa and became one of the most exciting young talents in the Premier League. Chelsea saw him as a player who could bring creativity, power, and goals to their attacking line. The reported transfer fee showed Chelsea's confidence in his ability. The club believes Rodgers can become one of the faces of their new generation. However, with a huge price tag comes huge pressure. Chelsea fans expect immediate results, and every expensive signing must prove that he deserves the investment. Arsenal, searching for the final piece. Arsenal have transformed themselves into one of the strongest teams in England under Mikel Arteta. After several seasons of improvement, the club is now focused on winning major trophies. The Gunners are looking for players who can add experience, physical strength, and leadership. One of the biggest names linked with Arsenal is Bruno Guimaraes. The Newcastle midfielder has become one of the best central midfielders in the Premier League. His ability to control the game, win battles, create chances, and perform under pressure makes him a perfect profile for a title-challenging team. Arsenal believe adding a player like Guimaraes could make the difference between competing for trophies and finally lifting them. A midfield containing players with technical quality and physical power could make Arsenal even more dangerous. Manchester United, building a new identity. Manchester United have experienced several difficult seasons after the retirement era of Sir Alex Ferguson. The club continues searching for stability and a return to the top of English football. Their transfer strategy has changed. Instead of only buying famous superstars, United are trying to create a balanced squad with younger players and long-term potential. The club has been looking for attacking options, especially players who can provide speed, creativity, and goals. Manchester United know that returning to Premier League dominance requires more than one big signing. They need a complete rebuild. Every transfer decision is now under massive attention because Old Trafford demands success. Liverpool, the search for the next generation. The club has always been known for smart recruitment. Instead of spending unlimited money, Liverpool usually focuses on finding players who fit their style and philosophy. The Reds continue searching for talented players who can maintain their intensity, pressing style, and attacking football. Liverpool's challenge is replacing the influence of their previous generation while staying competitive against clubs with huge financial power. The club believes the right signings can keep them among England's elite teams. Manchester City. Champions always improve. Manchester City have dominated English football for years. Even after winning multiple trophies, Pep Guardiola's team never stops improving. City's transfer strategy is based on one simple idea: if the team is already successful, make it even stronger. The club continues searching for players who can fit their tactical system. Technical ability, intelligence, and versatility are the main qualities Manchester City look for. A player joining Manchester City must adapt quickly because competition inside the squad is extremely high. Every position has world-class competition. The new era of Premier League transfers. The modern Premier League transfer market is no longer only about buying established stars. Clubs are now investing heavily in young players. They are looking for the next Erling Haaland, Kevin De Bruyne, Mohamed Salah, or Bukayo Saka before they become global superstars. Scouting networks have become more advanced, and clubs are willing to pay huge amounts for potential. The difference between a successful transfer and a failed transfer can change a club's history. A great signing can create a dynasty. A bad signing can become a financial problem for years. The biggest moves, surprises, and clubs changing their future. The Premier League transfer market is not only controlled by the traditional giants. In modern football, clubs like Newcastle United, Tottenham Hotspur, Aston Villa, and West Ham United have become powerful players in the transfer world. The summer transfer window gives every club a chance to change their future. Some teams are trying to fight for the title, some teams are trying to qualify for Europe, and some teams are trying to build a completely new identity. The 2026 transfer window has once again proven that every Premier League club has ambition. Premier League, Tottenham Hotspur, searching for a new beginning. Tottenham Hotspur have entered a new chapter. After years of inconsistency, Spurs are looking to create a team capable of competing at the highest level. The club understands that talent alone is not enough. They need players with mentality, leadership, and the ability to perform under pressure. Tottenham are actively searching for more reinforcements, and reports suggest that the club wants to complete several more signings before the end of the window. TalkSport. One of Tottenham's biggest priorities is creating a stronger squad depth. The Premier League season is extremely demanding. With 38 league games, cup competitions, injuries, and intense competition, every position needs quality replacements. Spurs know that one or two great players can completely change their season. Newcastle United. The rise of a new power. Newcastle United have become one of the most interesting clubs in English football. After new investment changed the club's ambitions, Newcastle moved from fighting for survival to competing with the biggest teams. Their transfer strategy focuses on signing players who can compete immediately but also increase in value. The club has invested heavily in young and talented footballers. However, this summer has also brought major changes. The future of Bruno Guimaraes became one of the biggest transfer stories, with Arsenal showing strong interest in the Brazilian midfielder. The Guardian. Losing a player of his quality would be a huge challenge because Bruno is not only a talented midfielder, but also a leader on the pitch. Newcastle must decide whether to keep their stars or accept huge offers and rebuild again. This is the difficult balance of modern football. Aston Villa. Becoming a serious European force, Aston Villa have transformed themselves into one of England's most ambitious clubs. They are no longer considered just a historic team. They are now a club with European ambitions. Villa's recruitment strategy focuses on finding players who can improve the squad immediately. They want a mix of experienced leaders and young talents. The club has shown that smart recruitment can compete with bigger financial powers. Aston Villa's challenge is maintaining their progress. When a smaller club becomes successful, bigger teams often try to buy their best players. Keeping important players will be just as important as signing new ones. West Ham United. Rebuilding the squad. West Ham United are another club looking for improvement. The Hammers have always had passionate supporters and a strong football culture. Their goal is to create a squad capable of competing higher in the Premier League table. The club has focused on improving different areas of the team. West Ham understand that modern football requires athletic players who can handle the speed and physicality of the Premier League. Every transfer must fit the style and philosophy of the manager. A successful rebuild does not happen overnight. It requires patience, smart decisions, and excellent scouting. The young stars market. One of the biggest trends in Premier League transfers is the focus on young players. Clubs are no longer only searching for famous superstars. They are searching for the next generation. Players between 18 and 22 years old have become extremely valuable. Why? Because a young player can provide many years of performance and can become a huge financial asset. The examples of players like Erling Haaland, Bukayo Saka, and Jude Bellingham have changed the way clubs think. Finding a future superstar before everyone else has become one of football's biggest competitions. Winners and losers of the transfer window. So who are the winners of the 2026 Premier League transfer window? The answer is not only about spending the most money. A successful transfer window is about making the right decisions. A club can spend hundreds of millions and fail. Another club can make 3 smart signings and completely change its future. The winners will be the teams that find players who improve their system, not just players with big names. The future of Premier League football. The Premier League continues to separate itself from other leagues because of its financial power, global popularity, and competitive balance. Every season brings new challenges. Every transfer creates new expectations. A single signing can change a club's history. A young player can become a legend. A big transfer can become a disaster. That is what makes the Premier League transfer window so exciting. The summer of 2026 has shown one thing clearly: English football is entering another era of competition, ambition, and incredible spending. The battle for Premier League dominance will not only happen on the pitch, it will begin in the transfer market.